Welcome to this terrain tutorial video from the gaming club The Fellowship here in Norway. I've been asked to do this video in English so you can all enjoy some hobby tips maybe, and generally some tips and tricks to make gaming tables. I'm currently going to make about 25 gaming tables in a month. Hopefully I'll get some help from friends and other people from the gaming club, so that could be fun. We're going to start by showing you what materials to use for the actual tables. So I'll come back when that's finished. So here we have 24 of the 25 plates. This is 1.6 millimeter MDF boards, approximately 4 by 6 feet in length. We also have some Hunton plates, some small plates to place small terrain pieces on. So I've already cut out a gigantic sheet of those to make some terrain tables. So as you can see, one of the club's members have been, actually his father has been so generous to grant us access to his workshop. So we have space and we have some extra materials to use. So that's wonderful. So thank you for that. What you see here is one of the plates. We have a 1.6 millimeter MDF board, cut to size. So that's 123 by 122 by 183 centimeters wide. The first thing we're going to do is find the materials we're going to use. So here we're back, and this is the material we're going to use for the tables. We have some wooden glue. We have some fine grain aquarium sand, 0.33 millimeter. I love this because the models won't stick to the table when playing either one fantasy or big games or skirmish games. You won't have your models sticking to the table. We have a paint roller with a board to use the glue. We have some brushes, various size brushes, a sieve to make the sand go lighter in the table. We have 3 types of paint. We have a dark green paint, a dark olive green paint. We have a slightly lighter olive green paint for the dry brush, and we have some black paint to finish off the sides. And lastly, we have some black plastic bags to cover the floor around the area, so any sand can be easily picked up to use again. So that's the materials we're going to use. Beforehand, I sanded the edges of the table, so they're nice and smooth, no splinters, with normal sandpaper, really. Yeah, so that's it. The first step is applying some glue to the table, and then we'll come back after I've done that. All right, so welcome back. I've just cleaned up the table a bit, brushed off some dust, and I've put some of the PVA wood glue in the basin here. And I'm now going to use the roller brush to just coat the brush in the PVA glue, just ever so lightly here, and then brush off the excess. A bit hard to do with one hand on the camera and one hand on the other, but anyway, you get the point. And then I'm going to roll the glue. Just move that one bit. Roll the glue onto the table. Just make sure I get everything. Get some more glue here. So as you see, you coat the table quite nicely with the wood glue. Don't need lots. The fine grained sand is so fine grained that will stick to the table. Just do this in smaller portions, like this, maybe. Yep. Just some more around the middle here. Just get it coated nicely onto the table. There we go. Then I'll go get the sand and I'll come back. So I've now got some sand and a sieve. So I'm going to try this now. Just do this. Oh, I brought the wrong sieve. It's too big. So I'm just going to use this normal size to just coat it out. So hang on. So I'm back now. I've coated this area with the sand. As you can see, it sticks quite good to the table. So we're just going to let this dry, and I'll fix some of the other areas on the table while we wait, and then we'll come back. So we are back after the table has been completely sanded. I've been luckily getting some help from Torgeir. Say hi. Hi. So I don't have to do this all by myself. So we have sanded the table, and as you can see, there is quite a bit of excess sand. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the table to the floor and knock off all the extra sand onto these plastic sheets, so it can be used again. And also we're not going to paint over this, obviously. So we're going to do that, and we're going to come back after that. So here we have the table after we have knocked off all the excess sand. As you can see, it looks like there is different layers here. That would obviously look kind of cool when all is said and done. But we're going to try to do the next one in a single glue layer, so we can have the sand over all of it at once. So this is done. Next thing is painting. But we're going to do some more sanding before that. So we're going to come back to you when we are ready to do some painting. All right, and we're back from the third try this time. We have one table sanded. This is the second table where we did the glue in one go and all the sand in one go. As you can see, it's much more even than our first try. So we'll continue to do that with the 22 next tables. I don't think we have the time to do all of them today, but during the weekend they will probably be finished. So if we do that, then the rest is painting, and it's sorted. So we are going to do away with these two tables for storage, and then we're going to do some more. I said we're going to come back when we are going to start painting, but this is just an update to how it looked after one even stroke of glue. So hope you enjoy this, and we'll update as soon as we are starting painting. Alright, and we're back for the last update before we go into the painting. Just going to show you a quick update on how far just 2 people got in about 3 hours. This is the last table we did. This is just going to dry a bit. And if we go over here, we can see that we have a total of 7 tables done with the sand left to dry here. So there's 7 tables plus the one inside. That's 8 we've done in about 3 hours. That means we have 17 to go. If we're lucky, we'll do everything tomorrow. So that's about right. Went through about 3.5 bottles of glue, so 3.5 liters of glue, roughly 20 pounds of sand, a bit less because of this is excess. So yeah, a lot of fun. Never made so many tables at once before. Maximum I did at once I think was 2. So this will be an interesting effort. So we'll come back tomorrow for some more stuff, and you'll see the update then. Okay. All right, so we're back for the second day of work on the boards. We have glued some more of the boards, but have ran into some issues with the quantity of glue we had available, and as well the sand, because obviously these boards take a lot of sand and a lot of glue. So we have used approximately 12 to 13 kilos of sand on a 11 boards, I think 11 or 12. And we've used about 4 liters of glue. So we have to buy 5-6 liters more of glue and some more sand as well. But we still have a bit under 4 weeks to go.
Yeah.
So should be all right.
Turns out we want to use a lot of sand.
Yeah, to get coverage.
You pour it on as liberally as you can. We had 8 kilos excess sand on this board, but it gives lovely coverage when you pour it off.
And also you reclaim the sand as well. So you just pour the sand over to some big garbage bin bags, and then pour it back to the sand container after you used it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to paint the boards. So we brought out some base paint. This is similar to the old Catachan green from Games Workshop, I believe. We have some big old paint brushes. This is 4 inches wide, 100 millimeters. We have a container we used for the glue. This has been reclaimed to use as a storage facility for the paint when painting. Solid surface to paint on. As you can see, this has been painted on before, and we've been told that it is no worries if we got some green paint on it. So we're just going to use this as a base. We have some space. We're going to store a board here while we paint another. And we're also going to store another board in here while we paint another, so we can rotate 3 boards at a time. We want to get the paint to a quite good viscosity ratio. So we're going to add about 1/3 of water to the paint. So 2 parts paint, 1 part water. Yeah, so we'll make a mixture and then we'll come back when we have started. Alright, so we mixed about 2/3 paint and 1/3 of water in our mixing unit, and we're going to start painting. What I normally like to do is, with boards like this, is to start in the middle and then work your way outward, because then if you manage to lean on the table with our big Norwegian bellies, the paint will stick to our clothes, and we don't want that. So yeah. We're going to start a bit, and what I do then is I just saturate the brush with some paint and knock off some excess, and we start the painting. So as you can see, the table is quite rough, but since this is water-based acrylic paint, the actual paint will seep into the board and the sand itself, so it might look a bit thick right now, but it will stick better to the board after it's dried. So yeah, we'll give you an update when we painted some. So while Torgar is finishing the last bit on the table here, we have covered the entire table in the green paint. Always a bit color differentiation with the lighting and the camera, but you can see the gist of it. The once sand brown table is now green, so we're going to let this table dry out and then dry brush it with a lighter green color to make the texture pop out a bit. So I hope you join us when we come back. Alright, we're back for day 3 of the terrain project. In just 3 days we got lots of things done. We've got green on some boards. As you can see, there is quite a few spots, but when the board is dry brushed with the lighter color, the colors would blend and it would be looking more natural. So we got 3 boards about here, 1 on the table, and 5th one over here. So we painted a lot yesterday, as well as sanded a few tables. I consider this about 2/3 done in 3 days for the 25 gaming tables. So that's really cool. What we're going to do now is complete the tutorial with the dry brush of the board. So I got some lighter paint. This is just basically a lighter shade of the same green we used. Approximation the old camel green maybe. I got half the size of the brush I used yesterday. So this is 50mm brush, good for dry brushing really. You need something to dry the paint off with, some toilet paper, and the same box we used. This has been drying overnight, so it's completely dry. So yeah, so I'll do some starting work, and then I can show you how I get on. All right, so as you can see, I've put some paint over here. This is wet, and then I use the toilet paper to brush it off. You can use cardboard, other stuff like that. This is what I had handy. And then when you dried off the brush considerably, it's a bit hard to do with one hand. So when you've dried off the brush, so nothing much sticks out like this, you can go over the terrain. And as you see, instantly it catches on the rocks on the top, making it a lighter shade of green on top. And you can do circular motions, you can do side-to-side motions, just alternate a bit to get an even coat, because you want this to look more naturally than what it would. So yeah, just do this on the entire board. Let the paint catch on the rocks on top, and then you'll get a much nicer board. All right, so I'll show you when I've done with this board, and then I'll come. Now we're back. We have dry brushed the entire board. I've gotten some help from my friend Milos, whose father is lending us this wonderful workshop. So what we've done is we've lightly dry brushed the entire board. Might not show great up on the camera, but as you can see, we have raised some of the texture with the lighter paint, and the board is looking quite nicely. So we're doing 25 of these, so it's really a matter of how much time you put into every board. You could be really aggro about it and just dry brush till your breath takes you, but really just do it quite quickly and cover all the areas, especially on the sides, because that shows quite a lot, and you get a great result anyway. So we are going to continue on with the rest of the boards, but this concludes our tutorial on how to make the gaming board. I will be back with a tutorial on how to make smaller terrain pieces for the gaming boards. So I've already cut out some small templates, and we'll cover those in sand and some rocks and stuff like that to make difficult terrain, forests and stuff like that. So hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, like, comment, share and subscribe. Also like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and just to rip off GBHL completely, happy strategy battle gaming.